This segment is brought to you by Barker Honda. It's better at Barker.
Everybody, welcome back into Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. Council Chair of Terrebonne Parish Council is Carly Harding. He's joining us, District 2, to preview what's going on with the council meeting. So how's things going?
Things is going, you know, man, I tell you, we're playing a little Superman there. We have a lot of meetings going on. But it's the heat, you know, it is the heat right now.
It's a good thing we're used to it, right? We can take this, right?
Yeah, for sure.
This is when we take care. We can really take advantage of other places that aren't used to it. So, yeah.
Exactly.
That's how I get through life, doing those kind of things. So it'll start at 6:05. You had a little procedural thing that's right at 6. And then 6:05, you guys get started. So let's go down some of the agenda that we'll see.
Yeah, even though I graduated from Terrebonne, the first thing we will have is a proclamation for H.L. Bourgeois. H.L. Bourgeois is having an alumni deal that they're going with, followed by the reason why we had this start of agenda, our council meeting at 6:05, because that was an error made previously in reference to some taxation that we have. And we had to have a public hearing at 6 o'clock, then deal with it doing this right here is no roll forwards in reference to the tax, sales tax and things like that.
I see. So August 2nd will be the H.L. Bourgeois High School Day in Terrebonne Parish.
That's Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, those guys are working hard.
I'm a tiger, though.
I got you.
Yeah.
And then we got the tax millages you spoke about. We'll get that thing. Crystal Tipton will be sworn in. Or ratified, I should say.
Yeah, we had to vote on her. Actually, her name was submitted 2 weeks ago, and they have to hold it over for 2 weeks. We actually will vote on that. I can't say how the vote will go or how I feel the vote will go.
Sure.
But then I actually had an opportunity to speak with her. She was replacing a real good person as in the scope of what he was doing, and his personality actually fits well with Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government, and I'm sure she's going to do a good job, and I don't think that's going to be much of a problem there.
Right. Okay. Then we got the public wishing to address the council. Mr. Renault is there. He's looking for a no-wake zone.
Yeah, he's looking for a no-wake in reference to the 5 miles per hour as per the Water Patrol. It's unfortunate, you know what I mean, it's the same way on the water as it is some streets. My street is 15 miles an hour, and I promise you at times that people will do 60 miles an hour at certain times. It's unfortunate. It's difficult to police these waterways that we actually have, but hopefully we can actually take care of some of it.
Yeah, and certainly, you know, when you talk about safety, talking about whenever there's a lot of people present, those things need to be enforced from that perspective. But we do have a lot of water around here. It's very hard to enforce everything.
Exactly. You know, but then we just want to have the laws on the books.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Then you got a public hearings relative to the adopting of the operating Terrebonne budget, of the budget.
Yeah, generally, you know, we have a budget, and if you look at our budget book, it goes like 23 to 24 to 25. Then we have a projection of it. Then it basically adds up in reference to how we audit, where we stand, and states our position. We come to the end of our year, and we actually have to be in good standing, have followed all protocol to actually start toward our 2026 budget.
Right.
So if everything is in order, we're in good shape. We haven't had any problem with none of our audits in the recent past or anything that I know of. So that's a formality that we actually have.
Sure, you got to have a balanced budget as you go ahead the next year. Then the next one would be the adoption of the well, that's where I just mentioned that one, but the FEMA money and the Finding Your Roots Museum, and there'll be some discussion on that one.
Yeah, it's a topic that's been rather talked about, publicized, and things like that, and that's why we're trying to promote input, to hear the input from the public, and this is an opportunity that in this public hearing for the public to be heard.
Yeah.
Of course, ultimately, those 9 council members up there, they're the ones that have to
Sure.
do that due diligence to actually see what's best for Terrebonne Parish.
And look, to hear from people in the audience, not just some anonymous person that may be online somewhere, right? To actually get up there and state your case and let everybody decide from there.
Yeah, that would be the preference, because generally, you know what I mean, when a person hides behind a keyboard, you know what I mean, they're just hiding behind the keyboard. When you come there and as a councilman, I prefer to see a person in this,
Sure.
that sincerity
Right.
in their mannerisms, and that's government. That's being involved. You know what I mean? It's not, you know what I mean, saying one thing publicly and privately saying something else.
Sure. And those things can be echoed a lot bigger than they are a lot of times in real life. So we'll see there. And then about 45 seconds left. The CEA, which is Cooperative Endeavor Agreement with the Houma Downtown Development Corporation.
Houma Downtown Development and Hatch has actually, what they're actually doing, creating a partnership with Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government. And it's, I think originally with the CD, disaster recovery money, they wanted to do kayaking, but then this is not say to replace that, because that application was not approved, but the partnership is created with these 3 entities.
So we may be looking at paddle boats or something.
Paddle boats, that's what
down
they're
the
going to
road.
do with it.
Okay, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this next council meeting with Carly Harding right here on Bayou Time.
This segment was brought to you by Barker Honda. It's better at Barker.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We're previewing the Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government Council meeting with the council chair, Carly Harding, also of District 2. The Terrebonne Parish Criminal Justice Complex will honor Jerry Larpenter and rename that complex to him. A lot of people, we call it the jail,
Yeah,
Ashland.
yeah.
There's a lot of different names, but that's that complex out there. They want to honor Jerry Larpenter, of course, long-term. I think everybody around here knows long-term time, a sheriff, been responsible for the last 30, 40 years. He's been a part of our government here.
Yeah, and Jerry was a veteran also, being involved with law enforcement. Actually, the name Jerry Larpenter is throughout the United States. A pretty good marksman. Very, very fitting, even though he's going to be placed, his name is going to be placed on the jail, you know what I mean? Somehow or another, it should be, you know what I mean? You look at a statue you want to put there,
Sure.
but then that's the nature of his participation to the society in Terrebonne Parish, was dealing with the jail, criminal justice. So we actually, it's kind of difficult to say there's no Jerry Larpenter. Right. So even though his name will be here, he will be always remembered.
That'd be a great way to honor him. And you're right. You know, there was never any hint of anything mischievous going on. You know, look, all these towns, Louisiana has a very colorful past with a lot of things with our governors and all that kind of stuff. You never heard that with Larpenter. You know, if anything, you heard he was tight, right?
Yeah, right.
And he'd be the first to admit it. He was a good guy that really put his heart and soul into Terrebonne Parish, and couldn't think of a better person. Now,
I think he could have been a pretty good comedian too.
Yeah, you're right. You're
It was real, yeah.
He really was.
Right.
Now, when we talk about that jail specifically, they're talking or hoping to maybe get another facility?
Yeah, we just finished talking about disaster recovery money, and a lot of times people don't really understand how tedious that is. And we're looking to do that. I, from the good side of things, some people said, yeah, we need to move that. to another location, just like we're trying to move the dump up north out of the harm's way. I've had people that have been incarcerated or is incarcerated. There are people saying that the jail is getting rather old, outdated, and things like that. So even though they are incarcerated, they're still human beings, and we should actually provide, I wouldn't say provide something, have a facility that doesn't really actually infringe upon their opportunities to have at least 3 squares a cot.
Sure.
And an opportunity not to be, this weather there is right now, we want to make sure that air conditioning is down there. We want to make sure that the water is down there. You know what I mean? One thing is to be incarcerated, being made a mistake. Everybody deserves a second chance, but then they deserve a facility where you have reentry programs. You're looking at what's happening in Thibodeau, nice facility. So I'm not against that. But the name, I'm assuming that will actually transfer over to wherever it goes. Yeah, right.
Let's make sure. Yeah, I mean, they got that little levee over there, but yeah, when there's a big storm, you got to evacuate a lot of people a lot of times. Those kind of things that it would be nicer if it was maybe in a little north, further up, with a little higher elevation.
Yeah, and the disaster recovery money, we tried to get some money through the application. With that, it didn't really necessarily fit for what we wanted to do. So there are other opportunities, hopefully down the line, that we can actually get a better facility.
And maybe enlarge it. I think right now there's 650 inmates in that range there. They're looking to maybe 1,200 at the next facility. So, and look, that's part of having a jail too, is bringing in DOJ, Department of Justice, people from the state. You make money doing that. Right. And you could do a little more of that and pay some bills as well.
Yeah, and you look at, I don't want to call it no city's name, there are smaller towns that don't have the opportunity to what we're talking about right now. Even though it is a facility, the programs for reentry to have better citizens, that's something that we're going to actually have, you know what I mean? So we don't want no one that's actually sweating out there like they're working on a chain game out there in the swamp pulling cypress trees, you know what I mean? We don't want that, you know what I mean? So, but we want them to be rehabilitated.
Yeah, and like I say, wherever Jerry Larpenter's name will be on it, and that'll be a good thing. So as we look at just some of the other things, it's to be committee reports, talk about street lights, those kind of things. Anything else you see in the last minute to talk about?
That's basically it. Of course, that was a situation with Rigger Road. We're going to actually reverse that. And basically it. The speed zones that we have in the committee reports tonight, which is the 29th, we have 48 properties. I'm pretty sure it may air tonight, but it'll be over by the time we have 48 properties. We're still actually trying to take care of all of that. So we got the boards and commissioners, and that's it. Stay tuned to HTV and Terrebonne Parish Consolidated Government.org for all the information that you need. I suggest that, you know what I mean, don't be part of the problem, be part of the solution, and our life in Terrebonne Parish is going to be wonderful, even though it's hot.
I agree with you. Well, Crawley, thank you so much for the update. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you also, man.
Absolutely. We'll be right back with more Bite Time right after this.
This segment was brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together.